They think I knew, but I had no idea. Because I thought, well, I'll be 75 in September, and I said maybe they'll have me a big birthday party. But I first want to thank God.
Come on with it. I knew it was going to be a tear.
Let me have that one.
Sharon, don't step in front of me.
I want to thank God because this is a 57-year dream. And dreams do come true. I gave up on the idea, and it's so ironic. I wanted to go to Grant Hospital in Columbus when I graduated to go to nursing school. And of course, I didn't make it. Howard got in the way, then Dougie got in the way, and then Sharon got in the way. They just kept coming. So I had to be a nurse, but it wasn't at the hospital. So I just kind of gave up, and a few years ago I thought, well, I want to do this. And I called around, and it was so expensive, and then one of them told me I'd have to go to college and take all these courses and then get, and I didn't want to do that. So about January, Sherry was on the Facebook. She said she went to school, and I said, that's what I want to do. She said, you really want to do that? I said, yeah. She said, well, I'm going to help you. So she called around, and she called back. She said, I found it. I said, you did? So I said, well, I think that's doable. She said, you can, $350 and 12 days. I said, well, I think I can ace that. And I want to thank God now for my children that pitched in and paid the money. And they supported me. They encouraged me. I thank God for my church family. They prayed for me. Because without prayer, I couldn't have done it. It's a bit much for an old lady. Because my brain had to come back alive. But I prayed and I said, God, I have taught the children I can do all things through Christ which strengthened me. I said, I've taught them that. Now I got to use that. So I can do this with your help. And it was kind of rough, but my first test, she come and she said, you're the only one got 100. I went to the bathroom. I told Howard, I said, I went in the bathroom and I put a praise on it. The second test, we had a test every other day. The second test, I got an 80. I was kind of disappointed, but then I wasn't. The third test, I got 93. And the fourth test, she come back, she said, Almeida's the only one got 100 today. So on yesterday, we had our final test, and I got, we had to do skills and the test, 100 questions. So I got a 93, and I ended up with a 94% average for my course. And I just had to, I went out in the hallway and put a praise on it. And gave God the glory, because I couldn't do that. But God allowed my dream to come true, and I want to give a special thanks to my niece, wherever she is. Over here. Carol. Right here. She's been my chauffeur. She get up early because she don't get up early. She got up every morning to take me to school. And the first day of clinicals, I had to be there by 7. The GPS took us all the way around, 34 miles out of the way. And the instructor had said, if you're late today, you just flunked the whole class. But that morning I got up and I read my little book. It was talking about how things happen, but don't worry about it. Pray about it, and God will make it work out. And I was beginning to get a little upset because we were going to be late. She said, if you're late, you just automatically, you might as well go home. You're out. And I thought about what I'd read that morning, and I began to pray. And I said, God, you had me to read that for a reason this morning. So I need you to stop the time. I need you to hold it up. And I need you to get us there. So we got there. We couldn't, Sister Sharon had told me, said, Mama, don't leave your phone at home. I said, I can't take it with me. left my phone at home and I needed my phone. Couldn't call her, Texas wasn't working. So I just finally settled in and I said, God, it's in your hand. We got there, they hadn't gone in, they were still standing there and she wasn't worried about it. So everything worked out. So I thank God, and that first day of clinicals, we have to roll people and pick you up. So I said, well, I know this is not what I want to do. I was so tired when I left there. I don't know if Carol saw me that day till she brought my plate in the room. It whooped me. But I just kept praying. But there was a 19-year-old girl that I was in class with, and she has issues. And I was sitting out there, and she walked over to me like I was her mom. She was crying. She was upset about it. I said, listen, baby. I said, you 19 and I'm 74. If I can do this, you can do it. I said, we only got 2 days of this. And she settled down, but I really appreciate all of you all. I just couldn't believe it. All the faces. And I thank God for Pastor coming. You put it all for me. And I thank God for my family.
It was your baby boy.
Here's your baby. Thank Raymond.
Hold your certificate up. Show him what you brought home.
Show me what you did. Here your degree, baby. But I thank God for Raymond. He takes care of his mama. He takes
Make
care
it
of me.
rain.
At work, he does. He won't let nobody. But I appreciate all my friends. I love y'all. I do. I love you. I will, because I appreciate God.
Everybody meet Nurse Betty. Nurse Betty.
That Nurse Betty. She wasn't too nice. The one that took care of my husband. Her name was Betty, and she wasn't nice.